One day, I was scrolling through some of the game jams and I found this. The weird game jam, except it's Sprint. It sounded like a fun jam, and the theme of the jam was Nostalgia Hits Hard. It sounded like a great theme to me, most importantly because over the past few weeks I've been getting really weird nostalgic videos. So, the moment I read the theme, I got the idea of what I had to make. In my previous video, where I recreated the Wild Gunman as a game of fetch, I spoke about a game called WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games. WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games is a set of mini games which is played consecutively until you've lost all your lives. This inspired me to create my own version of WarioWare Inc., where you play a set of nostalgic games for a certain limited time duration. But here comes the catch. The submission period had already started, and I was remaining with only just a single day. It was already 8 of the evening, so I decided I'd spend the remaining day coming up with ideas for the mini games which were going to be a part of my big game. In this, the ideas that I came up with one of the most silliest things which you did as a child, like poking an eraser with a pencil for literally no reason, balancing the light switch perfectly in the middle, closing the fridge door until the lights switched off, and some other ideas as well. Now it was time to simply make the game, but it was already 11 of the night, so I decided to sleep, thus spending my extra 8 hours which I had. I woke up the next day and it was the final day of the submission. So now I have to create the entire game in a single day. The first thing that I decided to do was to create some simple, sensible, quick art. Within 15 minutes, I had created some decent looking art. Now it was time to import these assets and write the code. I began making each of the minigames individually, as though they were like the levels of my game. I first wrote the script for moving the pencil back and forth, where it compares the x coordinate of the pencil and ensures that it does not run out of the screen, and when it's at the boundary of the viewport, it gets multiplied by a negative 1 so that the value of 12 into d becomes a negative number or positive depending upon the position of the pencil. After that, I wrote a simple script to increase the y coordinates of the pencil when the player presses either A or D keys or uses the mouse buttons. In a similar way, I created the rest of the minigames where the controls were intuitive and easy to grab on. In the minigame where you run your finger across a linear depression in the concrete wall, I had to write a special script to draw the arm of the hand from the position of the hand to the border of the viewport. Simultaneously, I also had to write a script to change the position of the linear depression every time the minigame is run. The final minigame was to balance the light switch perfectly in the middle. To give the idea to the player where exactly is the perfect position, I've added this green line to this semicircle. So basically you press either A or D keys or use the mouse buttons, and a random value gets added to the rotation degrees of this light button. You have to make sure that the red line aligns with this green line. And I've also added this small effect where if the switch is up, the modulate is a little brighter, and when it is below, it's a little darker. Unfortunately, I was not able to make the part where you close the fridge door until the light is switched off. And finally, I assembled all the mini games into a single scene and set it up the main menu. And for the background music for the main menu, I decided to use the most nostalgic music which I could find, which was. Now, seriously, it was the Fat Rat Monody. And surely I did not forget the credits. Soon I exported it for the web and set it up an each page, and thus I submitted it 5 hours before the deadline. Feel free to play the game on my Edge page, it's absolutely free for everyone. If you ever wish to recall back your memories, childhood memories. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video and got something new to learn. Please subscribe to my channel so I can keep making more game dev videos like this.